legit. Anything you want.
World Trade Organization says Ripple could transform global commerce, highlights Bitcoin, Ethereum and IOTA. The World Trade Organization says blockchain technology, and specifically Ripple, could have a dramatic and disruptive impact on the world's financial system. A massive new report out, The Future of World Trade, How Digital Technologies Are Transforming Global Commerce, says blockchain has the potential to profoundly transform the way we trade, who trades and what is traded. The report singles out Ripple as a company that could radically change how financial institutions move money. Ripple has ambitions to circumvent the correspondent banking model through its distributed ledger platform. It gives banks the ability to convert funds directly into different currencies in a matter of seconds and at little to no cost, without relying on correspondent banks. The company has licenses with more than 100 banks and financial institutions, but it seems that only a limited number of large operations have taken place to date. Banks are still testing the system. The report also covers IOTA as a leading distributed ledger technology that's not based on blockchain. Blockchain is the most well-known distributed ledger technology (DLT), but an increasing number of other models are being developed that, like blockchain, are distributed and use various cryptographic techniques, but then are moving away from the concept of blocks or even from both the concepts of blocks and chains. One example of this is IOTA, a cryptocurrency designed for machine-to-machine communication, in which each transaction is linked to two previous transactions as part of the validation process to form a tangle rather than a chain. Today, the term blockchain is commonly used to refer more generally to distributed ledger technology and to the phenomenon surrounding it. The report also covers Bitcoin and Ethereum, noting that the platforms are pioneers in the emerging tech that's highly resilient to cyber attacks, and pointing out the scaling challenges that remain in order for them to challenge the likes of Visa. Firstly, scalability of the main public blockchains remains limited due to the predetermined size of blocks and to the level of energy required to power the networks. The Bitcoin platform, for example, handles about 7 transactions per second on average in the public blockchain, Ethereum twice as many, while Visa can process 2,000 transactions per second, with peaks of 56,000 transactions per second.
Top 10 U.S. Bank PNC to use Ripple for international payments. PNC and Ripple announce partnership to use XCurrent for global money transfer. XRP, the third largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, which experienced double-digit gains throughout yesterday in a price reversal, has received another tailwind of positive news in the form of adoption by a major U.S. bank. PNC, which operates in 19 states and holds control over 2,400 branches, has announced a partnership with Ripple that will involve using the blockchain startup company's technology for cross-border and international payments. First reported by Reuters on Wednesday, the giant financial services company has announced its intention to use XCurrent for global payments, thereby speeding up and reducing costs for overseas transactions made by US-based customers. Ripple, the parent company behind XRP, which has made an effort to distance itself from the cryptocurrency in order to promote decentralization, elaborated on the new program. As opposed to banks using XRP directly for payments and money transfer, a process that Ripple itself has contended is still some time away from occurring, PNC will be operating on the XCurrent platform, a distributed ledger protocol that should save costs and cut transaction times significantly. Ashish Birla, Senior Vice President for Product Management at Ripple, said in an interview that while the company hopes to transition to the use of XRapid in the future, and thereby get the XRP coin directly involved in global money transfer, the current stepping stone of adoption is through XCurrent. Banks aren't going to be the first adopters of XRapid. Birla also went on to clarify that XRapid and using XRP for liquidity in global payments is a process that is being targeted at emerging markets as opposed to the United States. Earlier in the year, Ripple proposed that the XRP currency held a possible 50% market share in India, with the coin being a popular choice for digital payments and sending money abroad. The company also highlighted its intention to target Brazil and similarly emerging markets, as a way to drive XRP and XRapid growth outside of the established financial institutions of the United States and Wall Street. While current investors of XRP may be disappointed by the absence of the currency in relation to the PNC news, Birla believes that getting more companies and banks to adopt XCurrent is a step in the right direction for eventual XRP use. It's a way, for banks, to get their toe into the water, with the primary goal of the company being how do you get banks to use XRapid, which is our liquidity product. PNC has been ranked as a top 10 banking institution in the U.S., reaching more than 8 million customers across 19 states. In addition, the financial services giant reports having over 2,400 branches spread across the country. Partnering with XCurrent allows PNC to provide greater services for both customers abroad and those dealing with sending and receiving money internationally. Compared to the current methods for transacting currency across borders, which can take up to 2-3 days in processing time, the XCurrent protocol is supposed to work in under 5 minutes, with fees also being greatly reduced.